Hello, it's Anthony, the Eclectic Chef. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we have part 2 of our mooncakes series. Now, I will tell you, it hasn't taken me this long to cook the mooncakes, but this segment has been in my editing box for too long, and I apologize to you for that. We have some very interesting history of mooncakes, which you don't read or hear about in most other places, date back to the Yuan Dynasty, and were a tool of anti-oppression originally. But we're more interested here in baking and eating them. Now, I will tell you, this was the first time I've made mooncakes. Most people buy them, they don't make them, even Chinese people. Like any other exercise where you do something for the first time, there are lessons. And there were 2 for me. 1, and this sounds obvious, but it wasn't obvious at the time. Should have been, but it wasn't. If you have 100 or a 50-gram mooncake press, what you're trying to put into the press had best be less than or equal to 100 or 50 grams. Well, in my case, my mooncakes were well over 100 grams, actually about 130. And as you look at the finished product, you'll see I had a bit of a problem getting them into the molds. They ended up tasting very, very good. My friend, who also bought mooncakes at our Asian supermarket, told me that he preferred mine to the ones that he purchased. But more importantly, my sous chef's best friend is Chinese. And she has been eating mooncakes for nigh on 70 years. And she says she knows the difference between a good one and a bad one. And she quite liked mine. So I know they're not going to be hard on me, but I'll take that for what it is. The other thing, in this recipe, I used avocado oil. And I will be quite blunt and say I found the pastry or the dough hard to work with when I was rolling it out. So next time I'm going to try peanut oil. I don't know if it will make any difference, honestly, but I have to improve the quality of the dough. With that, everything worked out pretty well. Actually, they were very tasty and really good to eat. I should tell you, I'm going to come back in a few weeks with a Christmas mooncake. Now that sounds like cultural appropriation gone mad, but I was reading a younger Asian lady who runs a big Asian baking forum on Facebook. She said she loves mooncakes and cooks them for all sorts of occasions, so now I feel better about that. So in a couple of weeks, look out for an English-influenced mooncake stuffed with mincemeat. It's not meat at all, it's fruit and nuts, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. With that, I hope you enjoy this part on mooncakes. If you do, please like the video, and if you'd share it with your friends, it really does help our channel. We appreciate you watching. Thank you. Starting on our mooncake wrappers, first ingredient into the bowl is our Lyle's golden syrup, and I've got close enough to 85 grams of this. This is the can that the Lyle's golden syrup comes in. This I knew as Tate and Lyle's golden syrup, and I don't believe I've seen or used any of this since I was a boy, when my mum used to put it on pancakes and puddings. Next, we added 25 grams of neutral oil. By the way, I am using avocado oil. I think it's probably the most neutral tasting oil I have. Next, we added 7 or 8 grams of this lye water, which I couldn't find in my Asian store, so I had to get this from Amazon. Next, the flour, 135 grams, and I used just regular all-purpose flour. Here we are with our finished wrapper, and I promise you I did not fudge the size of this. It came out at exactly 260 grams. You couldn't ask for much better, could you? That means we're going to need, on our usual 3:2 ratio, 390 grams of filling. Okay, so we're getting ready to start now filling. Our little secret recipe addition to our red bean paste is some raisins soaked in this osmanthus infused Chinese dessert wine. If you've seen my chicken dish using this, you'll know I actually really like this wine, and it's about $6.50 a bottle. Anyway, we've had our raisins. They're well soaked now, so we'll weigh these out and add red bean paste to make up 390 grams. So here are our 5 weighed wrappers and 5 weighed stuffings. I came up a bit short on the last stuffing ball, so I topped it up with a bit of chopped walnut in addition to the raisin soaked in wine, so that should actually be the best one of the lot. So now we'll roll the wrappers out and get them stuffed. And into the Nova Precision oven they go. 5 minutes to harden them off a bit, then we'll give them a quick egg wash. Here they are, fresh out of the Precision oven. I'd say maybe 2 kept the patterns that I'd stamped on in the molds, but for a first attempt I'm fairly happy with these. We'll let them cool, get them onto a cooling rack, and then really cool them down in cling film in the fridge overnight. Okay, so here's one of our finished mooncakes cut in half. See, the skin's cooked through nicely the whole way, bunching up a little bit, which we'll deal with in the afterward. So I did have some trouble getting these into the molds. I know why now, and we'll talk about that. Learn from my mistakes. You probably can't see them in the video, but there's some raisins in there that have kind of dropped down towards the bottom of the red bean paste filling. I did try one and it was very good. My wife and I shared the mooncake that we put the chopped walnut in this morning. The skins are soft, they're not at all dry. I may cook these a little less, and the one thing I am going to do is reach out to the guys at Anova. When I cook these in my Anova Precision oven, and you'll see a short video of that earlier, I did not add any steam to the mix. And I do want to ask the guys at Anova how much steam we should put into this baking mix. As for that, first try, I guess I'm fairly happy with these mooncakes. And in the afterward, I will go through what we will do differently next time.